Welcome friends. Myself Gaurav Gadge from Paloti College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. This is part number 2 which we are going to discuss on source transformation and their roots. In part 1 we have already studied the source transformation from voltage to current and current to voltage. Then if two voltage sources connected in series with their internal impedance, their equivalent circuit, then we studied the parallel connection for the current source having their internal impedances connected in parallel. So 4 cases we have studied. Now we are going to study case number 5. So let us start with this. So this is rules related to the source transformation, part 2. Case number 5. In case 5, we are considering the voltage source with internal impedance connected in parallel. So consider first voltage source V1, internal impedance Z1, connected in parallel with another voltage source having internal impedance Z2 and voltage source V2. If we have this particular condition circuit, then how to convert this particular parallel voltage sources into a single voltage source? Let us follow the steps. There are 4 steps involved. First, convert individual voltage source into current source. Like first convert first voltage source into first current source and then convert second voltage source into second current source. So if I convert this V1 Z1 into a current source, what I get? I get a current source with arrow indicating upward having value I1 and its internal impedance parallel connected to current source, which is similar to the value of series internal impedance of voltage source. So the value of this I1 is equal to, or that can be found out by using Ohm's law. So I1 can be calculated from this V1 and Z1. So I1 is equal to V1 upon Z1, Ohm's law. Second current source, which is parallel connected to the same first current source having value say I2. The value of I2 can be calculated referring second voltage source, which is equal to, again by using Ohm's law, which is equal to V2 upon Z2. And the internal impedance of this current source is parallel connected to second current source having value Z2, which is similar to the value of Z2 of voltage source. So this is the circuit which we get after converting individual voltage sources into individual current source. Now here in this second circuit we are getting a node. This node where you can apply KCL is because the current sources are connected in parallel with their internal impedances. So apply KCL to this particular node. Both the currents are reaching to that point and hence its equivalent current source with the orientation is same as of I1 I2 as I. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 as both the currents are reaching to that particular node. And here Z1 and Z2, the internal impedances of respective current sources is in parallel. So therefore the equivalent impedance to that as say Z. As it is connected in parallel, the equivalent impedance is that can be written as Z1 Z2 upon Z1 plus Z2. So this is the single equivalent current source from the parallel circuit. Now convert this current source into its equivalent voltage source. So what we get? we get a voltage source representing positive negative having representation V, its internal impedance connected in series which is same as the impedance of current source. So same values can be represented here, and the value of this V can be calculated again by using Ohm's law from this current source as V is equal to I into Z, where I is the value of this current source, Z is the value of this parallel internal impedance. So therefore we get this value of voltage V and impedance from this parallel impedance, internal impedance of the current source. So this is that Z. So this way you can transform parallel connected voltage source into a equivalent voltage source. This can be done as per the requirement of the circuit. Okay, so this is done with rule number 5.